Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. This is 𝑍𝑊𝋼𝑧𝑐 coming to you with a reading from heaven. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or wherever Taurus lands in your chart. Taurus, this is the day of Mercury's retrograde. The first day is going to be in retrograde until the 20th of November. And this particular reading comes from my spirit guides. I work with deities of all cultures, of all powers and guidance and messages they bring they're always very, very insightful. And for each zodiac of the of the elements, water, earth, fire, air, all of you from just all of the signs have a deity that has stepped forward to speak to you in regards to your circumstances or in regards to your overall growth and prosperity in this lifetime. This reading can be for any day of the year, especially now that we're in Mercury's retrograde. I feel that this message would come in handy for some of you. And this is for those of you who are, this reading is, it's for those who are open, whose minds and hearts are open, your spirits are open to deity work or gods and goddesses who have a message to relay. They always have a message to give, always. They're always working so hard to protect us and to steer us in the right direction and keep us from walking in the wrong direction, okay? So Taurus, this particular deity is Celtic. It's of the Celtic culture. And I won't pronounce their name because I don't want to butcher names or insult anyone out there who worship these deities or, who really, put in effort to pay homage and honor to these deities. So I'm going to put their names in the description box below. But this deity is a Celtic deity of war. Okay, his energy was very, very powerful. But very generous and loving at the same time. So let's see what this particular deity has to say to you guys, Taurus. The bottom of the deck, he gave me the sun. Okay, and during this time, I feel that there is going to be a lot of light shed on certain things that we have kind of put aside or put on the back burner in our lives, maybe out of fear of having to face them and address certain issues within ourselves or from our past. The sun definitely represents, it's Leo energy, okay, and it's also is very lighthearted. It's a time of prosperity, of goodness, of happiness, of it's like childlike energy, that pure energy, okay, just full of colors and life and sunshine. But it also represents, as the sun comes out and light is shed, there are certain things that have been crawling around in the dark or trying to hide, in the dark or under that fog that the sun brings out. Okay, it exposes it. So there may be those of you who may be holding on to certain things that Mercury's retrograde is going to cause you to expose and bring to light. Okay, and I also feel that there are going to be some good days ahead of you soon. Okay, Taurus, so this is actually, and also there are those of you that this deity really wants you to maybe change your perspective about yourselves or about a certain circumstance, Taurus, where you need to have this sun energy in regards to your perspective and perception of the world around you and your perspective of yourself. Okay, so there may be those of you who have been kind of in a gloomy, glum, dark period in your lives or in your mind, and now it's time to wake up and smell this, and feel the sunshine, kind of a thing, So that's really good energy to see come right out of the gate, Taurus. So let's see what other cards this deity has chosen for you. You have the Two of Wands, that's more fire energy. You have the Two of Swords, that's another two, very interesting. You have the Page of Pentacles, which I feel represents your energy, Taurus. You have the Knight of Pentacles, once again, your energy. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So your energy, this earth energy, Taurus, is very, very strong here. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, you have two twos here. You have two twos and one three. Okay, and I feel that Taurus, there may be those of you that have a decision to make very soon, or you're caught between two decisions that you, or a certain decision that you need to make. You're at a crossroads. Maybe the past, the Scorpio new moon may have affected you in some type of way, Taurus. But I feel like when it comes to your manifestation, it comes to your life path and learning more about your life, or learning more about your life path and yourself, I feel that there is some work that needs to be done, maybe a sense of teamwork that needs to take place here. Some of you guys may have to make a decision in regards to a job. Some of you guys may be looking for a job, or maybe venturing out to other cities or states, or maybe even another country to look for a job. But from what I see here, Taurus, the universe is saying that, first off, with the sun coming out here, everything is going to be fine. For those of you who are looking for a job, or for a better financial circumstance, or a better financial situation, I feel that you guys are going to be absolutely okay. And everything is going to turn out better than what you anticipate. Okay. But with the Two of Wands here, again, there may be those of you who are thinking of traveling for work, or really, there are those of you who may be looking, you see how you have this globe here. Some of you guys may be going online maybe, and looking to see what type of jobs are in your city, or in another city that you're thinking about moving to, or looking for better job opportunities elsewhere. Okay, but just know that you got this with the Two of Wands coming out here. Okay. For those of you, if this is a relationship, if you're in a relationship with a Leo, or with another earth sign, or a Libra, I feel that, maybe you live far away from them, or maybe you guys are thinking about moving. Okay. Whatever the case may be, Taurus, I feel like it has something to do with finances. It has something to do with that earth, hardworking energy. Okay. That utilitarian type energy. Okay. Or just finances in general. But I feel that there may be a case of traveling here, needing to move to a different environment that's different than what you're in now. Okay. But you have the world in your hands. The world is your oyster, Taurus. Like, you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay in a certain predicament or a certain circumstance if it's not serving your highest purpose, right? If it's not really supporting you in your growth. And it may be hard to make that decision. It may be kind of hard. Whatever decision that you have to make, if it's not financial, it could be any decision, Taurus. But there could be those of you, first off, there's change coming. Okay? Don't be afraid to make the decision that you need to make, because whatever decision you make, there's change coming. Don't feel that everything is going to be stagnant, or things are taking too long, or things are not happening the way you feel they should, or when they should. You have to be patient, Taurus. Okay, and for those of you who may be blindfolding yourselves to the truth, or blindfolding yourselves to a decision that you have to make, and you're hoping that you don't have to make that decision, and that it just all blows over, I wouldn't do that, Taurus. I would open your eyes to see what decisions that you need to make. Okay? I wouldn't fight this. Let your guard down and make that decision. Put your foot down and say, hey, this is a decision I've made, and we're going to move forward with it, right? And here is the Page of Pentacles here. So this represents manifestation, or going to school, learning new things. Okay. And you see that green. You have a lot of green in your reading, Taurus, which is really good to see. So there may be those of you who have already made a certain decision that you weren't sure about, but is definitely bringing in this prosperity. Okay. There may be a situation with your heart chakra that needs to be in alignment or healed. Okay, with the green colors here, but a lot of green in your reading, yellow and green, Taurus. So this is about your confidence. This is about your self-love and loving yourself and loving what you do. It's about prosperity and abundance, richness, good health. Okay, learning new things, working hard for what you're passionate about, and for a better life. Okay, it's paying off, Taurus. I love seeing this energy for you, really. But for those of you who are not really on this wavelength and you're not in sync with this, there may be some more work that you need to put in. There may be some light that needs to be shed on certain details in your life, right? But it's gonna take time, Taurus. You can't rush this, okay? You can't rush this positive change. It's going to take time with the Knight of Pentacles coming out. So you guys may be dealing with another Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But I feel that you're manifesting prosperity here, right? This type of knight takes his time. He takes his time, right? It's very important that you take your time, Taurus. Don't rush things. Okay, and if you look at his helmet, it looks like a flame. Sorry if you guys hear footsteps. Like, I live underneath a neighbor and their children. They're always stomping and running around upstairs. But so I'm so sorry, Taurus. But you see the fire, the flame on his helmet, like that feather. Even though he may not be moving as fast, he may not really have a set deadline or schedule when he needs to reach a certain goal, but the passion is still there, right? There's work still being done. The fire is still being stoked. So I don't see you guys being lazy at all, Taurus. I don't really see, if there are those of you who are kind of being a little lazy and not really, pushing forward and finding your passion and motivation and being proactive, you may want to get up and, you have to crawl before you can walk, obviously, but, just pick yourself up and do something about your circumstances, right? And again, you have that green color here. Very beautiful. But you see the reds and the yellows? There's still passion here. Okay, and if you're dealing with somebody else who is an earth sign, or you're in a relationship and you're wondering, does this person really care about me, or they're not really showing it? They do. They definitely do. It's just, they have a different way of showing it, and they're much more slow in their approach, right? But for those of you who are dealing with a job situation or school, or you're hoping that a certain financial venture or financial situation gets better or progresses, it's progressing. It's just that it has to take some time, Taurus. You have to take your time. Things that last a lifetime takes some time, right? And then you have the Three of Pentacles here, which again, that green color, that yellow color. Okay, you see how this person, this student or this younger individual is chiseling away at this statue? They've worked very hard to get to this point, right? And you see, like, you have these priests or the Pope, or, these religious leaders here. They can also represent teachers if you guys are in school, right? You guys may be working on a team or working with multiple people. You're being supported, Taurus. There are people who are looking after you. If you have questions or concerns, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask your teachers or ask your managers or your coworkers or, whoever is here to support you. Don't be afraid to ask family for help or ask a friend for help or your significant other, right? You're not in this alone, so don't feel alone. You definitely, have support. There are pillars in your lives who are willing to support you and hold you up, and who are not going to let you fall or crumble. And even if you do fall, they're going to be there to help you back up, right? So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, Taurus. It's difficult. It's not easy. You guys are a fixed sign. You're a fixed earth sign. Trust me, I'm a fixed sign in my sun and my rising. So I completely understand, when you make sense of something in your head, or you feel that there is no way that such and such is going to work out, or there's no way that this is going to progress, or that this is going to work towards your benefit. It's hard to kind of get out of that mindset. And, sometimes as fixed signs, we can become a little arrogant and feel that we know more than the universe, or that we know more than those who have went through the same things we have, but now they're our leaders. They've experienced the same things we have to a certain degree. but sometimes with the Two of Swords here, we can get in our minds. We can really get stuck in our minds, and that's all we're focused on. We're not focused on what's around us. We're not focused on the change. We're not motivating ourselves because we're only focused on what's not working. We're only focused on the hardships, and we're focused on the hard things that we have to face, and the hard decisions that we have to make, instead of realizing, okay, I just got to make this decision and move on. You just got to move on, Taurus, with that decision. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. And for those of you who are already, doing the thing, you're doing the darn thing, and you're already experiencing your abundance and reaping the benefits of your work. Stay on that track, stay your course, continue to work hard, continue to make those hard decisions, when they come around. Don't get too comfortable, because good times are here, right? Good experiences, good health, wealth, maybe new families, new friends, just new experiences, Taurus. It's really good to see, okay? So that's what this beautiful deity has had to speak to you guys about. And if you're open, if you want to, understand more about who he is, and you're open to that, his name will be in the description box below. And I'm pretty sure he's going to have a lot to say to you guys, and have a lot of insight and wisdom to give you, okay, on this journey. So again, happy Mercury retrograde. I hope that it's not too tough on you guys during this time. I hope that you enjoy Scorpio season, and that you guys have a happy Halloween, and much love and light to all of you. And I wish you guys the best of luck on this journey. All right, take care. Bye, Taurus.